I am a little confused because it seemed like you and this third woman were on like relatively good terms. So what happened for her to want to talk to Libby in this fashion? Is this mainly because she felt like she was done wrong by you? Because it seems like, or she has the perception that you were still talking to Libby while you were still dealing with her. Like, why is she doing this? Do you think?
I'm not entirely sure because we never spoke about it. But from what I gather, it sounds like because I was talking to other women while we were not exclusive, that's what made her upset.
Yeah, so basically what I said already.
I don't mind if, well, my thing is, yeah, we are exclusive and that I'm not seeing other people. I'm not talking to anyone else and I don't want to.
Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share the video. You can support uncensored conversations via Cash App or buying your girl a coffee. Just so you guys are aware, I've been in contact with two of the ladies, Libby as well as Blue Eye. I've been in contact with them and they sent me some conversations. Now, Abba has already opened the door for this type of thing. He did this to Walter with Daisy's text messages. He has no issue reading other people's text messages online, so free game. This is a conversation between Blue, the third woman, and Abba. For this first message that we have right here, we have a screenshot that she sent to him. And it shows that they were talking very frequently. 327, 327, 327, 326, 326, having a lot of communication. This is what I was used to before the trip to a completely new country to see you. So, and correct me if I'm wrong, because you're in the chat. Correct me if I'm wrong. This is after the unprotected sex. Is that correct? Yes, correct. After unprotected sex. After that, now the conversations are sparse. Monday, Sunday, Saturday. So it's all about me before the trip. After the trip, every now and again, we're talking. So she sends this to him to just voice her concern, right? Like, we slept together. Now we're not talking as much. Any woman would feel that way. I give you access to my body. And afterwards, now this is what I get, LMAO. Just putting it out there because I know I'm not tripping. Most of the recent calls were canceled or ignored. So I have sex with you and now you're ignoring me. You're not giving me the same amount of attention. You would think after having sex, the attention would either stay the same or increase. But it falls off and she's voicing that concern. He responds, LOL, I was waiting for you to wake up to call you tonight, but your catnap seemed long, still sent you updates with thoughts. She says, I woke up since redacted me to say goodnight. Well, your catnap turned into a full sleep sesh. I like the updates. Yeah, it was long. Exactly. But I don't feel some type of way when your catnaps turn into 4 to 5 hour absence. You see what he did there? She voiced a reasonable concern about the communication falling off. And he took that as an opportunity to bring up how she takes long naps. Well, I don't say anything when you go to sleep and it takes hours for you to respond, rather than just acknowledging the fact that the communication tapered off and just giving her a reason why. Making this comparison, why would someone do that? They do that to shame you, to make it seem like, well, I don't know why you're concerned about this because I'm not concerned about that. It's a way to dismiss your feelings. It's a way to dismiss whatever it is that you're upset with, even though conversation tapering off after having sex would be a very big red flag for anyone. Exactly. He's nap guilting. How the hell you gonna compare someone sleeping, a bodily function that you have to do, to I'm not calling you as often after we. So he's flipping the script. It's not a big deal. I just had the urge to show a comparison and the reasoning behind my anxiety. Any woman would be anxious if they've given their body to a man and afterwards he's not communicating at the same volume that he was prior. That would be a red flag for any woman. And then also taking into consideration, he had unprotected sex with her. I just had the urge to show a comparison and the reasoning behind my anxiety. It's not a big deal. It's not, but there's an difference is the point. I'm not mad or upset right now, by the way. She's trying to comfort him. Yes, I picked up work and activities because I reduced it during your time here. Now he's trying to make it seem like, well, see, the reason why is because I spent all this time with you, so now I have to do this. So making it her fault again. We stopped talking as much because I did all this for you. So now I have to make up for it by working more. And there were a bunch of events happening that I told you about before you came up that happened after you left. A reasonable response would just be to say, look, I'm sorry, I've been really busy. You wouldn't then compare that to, well, you sleep long, so I don't complain about that. What would be the point in saying that unless you're trying to manipulate her into feeling guilty about asking? This is so that she doesn't bring up stuff like this in the future. So she feels guilty of expressing when she feels like she's not getting enough attention. Blue is being reasonable here, trying not to be too needy. She's already been shamed for inquiring about this. That makes sense. I don't disagree. Combine extra shit with little to no sleep, and I still would text you a lot throughout the day and send videos and pictures and voice messages. So rather than just acknowledging that, of course, she's going to feel some type of way about this, he has to shame her and then also say, well, I was doing all this. Also, I'm not getting any sleep. He wants to be the victim. He wants to be the victim of her asking about this. Yes, and yes, and yes. I just wanted you to be aware of the reasoning behind my worry those other days. I'm not as worried as it was, but that's what was getting to me. I don't get to see much of what you go through during the day. Here she is trying to be understanding, but I'm trying to be more mindful about that and not rely too much on these kind of things. And I think that's my problem. Now she's blaming herself for being upset with this, even though this is reasonable. We're talking a lot. I have sex with you. Now the conversation tapers and you don't upfront just give me a reason why. I bring it to your attention. You compare it to me with sleeping, a bodily function that I have to do. I get that, but I got a lot on my plate with responsibilities. But being told 4 to 5 times in 3 days that you're bothered when I'm barely managing to sleep. I don't fault you for feeling anxious. But let me compare you bringing this up to me not being mad about your sleep. Let me do all this shaming, and then at the end I'll tell you I don't fault you for feeling anxious. He's given the illusion that he understands. I don't complain about your cat naps turning into long sleep sessions. I don't fault you for feeling anxious. You already did. But this isn't even the worst of it, you guys. Because the next thing that I'm going to explain to you guys, it just goes to show how manipulative this bastard is. And I'll break down the psychology for you guys. Because not everybody is privy to manipulation tactics. Not everybody is privy to all of these things. This is after Libby posts her video. Okay, Libby has posted her video and Abba is spiraling. Let's go ahead and look at these messages. If you want to chat, I'm here. Take care. She won. No, truthfully, she's losing every day. I was still hurting before she did all this. Now it just made it more obvious to me. In a way, I feel less burdened because before it was my little dark secret. Why would it be a little dark secret, Abba? I thought you said you live your life in a way that you're not ashamed or you're not scared if these things come out.
Someone said, oh, Abba, you're sweating right now. To be honest with you, I really don't. I don't live my private life in a way that I would be afraid if it came to light. I know someone might think that, but I'm not looking back on all my decisions in this dynamic and going, oh my God, if someone, I don't give a fuck. Genuinely, I don't run my life in a way that if it became public, I'm terrified.
He said he lives his life in a way where if all this little stuff comes out, he won't be ashamed. But this is his little dark secret. And mind you, at this point in time, in his mind, he's already impregnated 3 women. Whether or not you think that the women were pregnant at some point, whether or not you think that in his mind, he has impregnated 3 women. My little dark secret. I'm not ashamed of how I live my life. Clearly you are, if you're framing it as your little dark secret. Now, I would have preferred it wasn't everywhere, but like you said, it was too soon for me. I feel wronged. You were, on a spiritual level. I saw life end between my legs into its, that's so sad. Sorry, I'm just letting Bayou type, but I'm reading. I guess he's just saying he's letting her type and then he's just reading. I'm angry, it was all for nothing. I need space. I trusted you and this hurts. What this is in reference to is, in some way, shape, or form, Blue was in contact with Libby. I trusted you and this hurts. Remember when you said someone deserves a moment to hurt? Your hurt can't be contacting my stalker who's fucking my life up.
It's annoying, but beyond that, I'm not stressing, to be honest with you.
That was mine, and it wasn't to do wrong by you. So she can get up more. If that's how you hurt, by helping those trying to kill me? Hold the phone.
So
You good? Are you good?
Yeah, I'm good. To be honest, I'm actually good.
But now he's saying Libby releasing those phone calls is her trying to kill him. Bruh, you are so damn dramatic. That's how you hurt, by helping those trying to kill me. Where, Sway? Please show me the evidence of her trying to kill you. Who's being dramatic now? No, it's by saying you're one of the best people I met, but it's deleted. But you not even considering me at all. This is the one thing I asked you not to do. He loves saying that to women.
This is the one outcome I asked her not for. You gave me the one outcome I didn't ask.
I ask one thing of you.
You betrayed me. I'm legit losing it. I thought during that stream he said he was cooling.
So
You good?
what-
Are you good?
Yeah, I'm good. To be honest, I'm actually good. I told them the same thing I told you.
I know, bro, but I'm just, yeah.
I know.
Just speak your shit.
So much to the point where he was doing a little jig. I'm legit losing it. That don't sound fine to me. Especially if you're saying she's trying to kill me. I should not have told you anything today. I'm sorry, but I also can't handle my loss. It's my understanding she's already gone through the miscarriage. So that's already very painful because it's my understanding that she wanted to keep the baby. Experiencing that type of loss is already a lot. I know how I felt when I was in labor and the doctor kept saying that my baby's heart rate was going down, was dipping very low. I know how that made me feel. That fear, that fear that you feel, even just thinking that it could happen, let alone it actually happening. So imagine you're going through the loss of a baby that you wanted to keep. And this man is talking to you this way. But he's so empathetic, you guys.
I did my research on what hormones and pregnancies do to a woman, and your boy learned some things.
It's all about him. Him. Completely ignoring the fact that she just went through a miscarriage. She went through one of the most traumatizing things that a woman could go through. One of the worst things that you could go through as a woman, losing a pregnancy. And this sick bastard is making it all about him. All about him. She's trying to kill me. What about me? Me. Remember when you said someone deserves a moment to hurt? I guess she doesn't deserve a moment to hurt after losing a baby, after miscarrying, after seeing life between her legs into a toilet. Really try to understand that. You see a life that you wanted to have, that you wanted to create, and you're grieving. You're grieving that loss. And this sick makes it all about him. My stalker, my this, what about me? She's hurting my image. She's trying to kill me. Remember when you said someone deserves a moment to hurt? Now let's take a look at what her moment of hurt was, what she actually did. He's saying that defending him to Libby is betrayal. Houseway, here we go, shaming again. I should not have told you anything today. I'm sorry, but I also can't handle my loss. This is not enough to be called betrayal, but I'm sorry you're angry now. She's apologizing to him because he did all this shaming of her. You betrayed me. Tell me how telling someone that's, you say is your stalker, who's releasing all of these damning videos and evidence about you and defending you to her, how the is that a betrayal? Because think about it like this. I'm in this relationship with you. I still have the rose-colored glasses, right? We get pregnant. I end up miscarrying, so I'm having all of these emotions. And then all of this comes out about you. You're telling me about it, and I'm looking at this other woman like she's a crazy ass bitch, and she's destroying the character of the man that I just had this big traumatic experience with. I'm gonna go give her a piece of my mind and tell her she's wrong. Defending him to her, and he calls it a betrayal. You don't get it. You don't get it. Do whatever you want. I'd never betray you. You already did. No, but not your fault. I shouldn't have confided. I'm realizing now. This is why I don't tell people things. He's shaming her again. This is a shaming tactic. I just shouldn't have shared anything with you in the first place. I'm realizing this is my fault. I just shouldn't have trusted you. No, that's not it. So do whatever you want. You win. I'm done. Where is all this coming from? What game is she trying to win? I'm done. Do whatever you want. He's shaming her into compliance. I don't share your personal things. Obviously, this is prior to this moment, but I understand why she's doing it. I'm taking the night off. Please don't reach out for a bit. Gonna leave dance now. Bye. You should give me some grace and not flip on me so harshly. It seems like he loves to flip very harshly. I didn't ask for this. I did everything I could to do good. Now she's begging him. She's absolutely begging him to see that she wasn't trying to hurt him, that she was trying to defend him. No, you didn't. You didn't ask. Let's go ahead and take a look at these. She's responding to a message that says, "It's fine, my mistake. It hurts to be called a mistake. I'm sorry. Trusting you with this was a mistake, not you. It's fine, like I said, I'm used to this, so it ain't your fault." Again, playing the victim. I'm used to this. I'm used to people betraying me. Trying to lump her into a group of people betraying him. Then you won't ever trust me again? I'm not used to this world or how it works. I'm guessing she's meaning like the social media world or being an influencer and how stuff like this works. And I've listened to you well once I understood you right. Does that mean anything? Not right now. I'm dealing with everything and I confided in only you and you went and broke that trust in a big way 24 hours. Mind you, the betrayal is her going to Libby and defending him. So right now, it's just adding to my stress. Me. What about me? Me. Even though she just went through this major loss of having a miscarriage. Me. My stress. What about me? Me. I'll handle this alone for now. Feels safer for me. If you want to help, please stop fighting with me right now. Please stop fighting with me. Does this sound like her fighting with him? He's the one being aggressive in the messages. He's the one talking crazy to her. Does this sound or read like she's fighting with him? Or does it sound like she's trying to defend herself and tell him like, look, I'm trying to help. I want you to trust me. I wasn't trying to betray you. Is that fighting? I'm not crashing out. It wasn't malicious. I only wanted to defend you and myself, to tell her to stop. And what she's doing is ruining multiple lives. But I deleted immediately when I heard the pain in your voice. I didn't think you would be this angry at me or that it would hurt you this much. I'm really sorry. I only wanted to do good and right. Even after she's explained that she wasn't trying to be malicious to him, that she was just trying to defend him and trying to get Libby to stop, something that he describes as her trying to kill him. His words, "I want to be left alone right now. I left my event. No, I'm not fighting you. Just let me have my time because this chat is making it all worse. I just wanted to defend you. I'm going home." This is a pattern of behavior. Whenever women try to explain themselves to him, he ignores it. He shuts his brain off. He doesn't want to hear it. It doesn't matter what they say. It doesn't matter what they do. I just don't want to hear it. Once he's made his mind up that he's angry, this is what it seems like. He shuts off all communication.
So I can be mistreated and then me leaving.
You can say you were mistreated. That's your version. Your version is always you're the victim. I don't really care. I already booked your hotel. You need to go. I never thought I'd kick you out of my house, but this happened. You're leaving, 100%. You're definitely not staying in my house tonight. Are you guys terrified yet? We're not doing this back and forth, on and off bullshit. I ain't doing that. Let's go.
I didn't.
I booked the hotel. You're leaving, 100%. Okay, well, listen, don't make me call the cops.
I don't want to hear your explanation. I don't want to hear your theory about how we can co-parent. We will never co-parent. I want you gone. How do I do that?
You didn't even hear what I had to say about the stuff in the beginning of
I don't want to hear about your co-parenting or how you want to do it, how you want to move close. I will never look at that child.
This is clearly a pattern. We saw it in the phone call. We saw it again in the receipts that he recorded himself. And we're seeing it here. Even in text messages, you're behaving this way. It's not enough that you're behaving this way in a phone call where, you know, the communication is direct and it's immediate. But even in a text message where you can sit back and think about what you're going to say next, you're still doing it. I'm going home. You mean you want me to stop messaging? Please stop. Stop defending me. Give me time. I don't want to ignore you, so I'm asking for space. Now I'm going to explain to you guys the same thing I said to Blue when I saw this. Why would somebody frame you defending them as a betrayal? The reason why I think he did this is because he wanted to shame her into not talking to Libby more. Because if you can convince her that even defending you to him is a betrayal, you're trying to get her to not talk to this other woman so they can compare stories. You're afraid that Libby might say something to her that triggers something in Blue and be like, wait a minute, that's happened to me too. Wait a minute, that sounds familiar. And then you start inquiring more. He wanted to shame her into not talking to Libby further so that they couldn't compare stories, so that Libby and Blue couldn't come to an understanding and his bullshit could go under the radar. That's the only reason why you would frame somebody defending you as a betrayal. Because look, you would at least acknowledge like, hey, I understand your motives were good. I understand that you were trying to help me out and I appreciate that, but please just don't talk to her anymore. If that was the case. But no, let me shame you so much so that you feel like you're in a position where you have to prove to me that I am deserving of your trust. He wanted her to grovel for that trust back so that he can control her understanding of the situation, so that she wouldn't look into things further. That's what it seems like. This is a pattern of behavior. So regardless of how you feel about Libby or Blue or even Abba, we should all be able to acknowledge the pattern of behavior here. And you want me to believe that these are just one-offs, even though we see it time and time again? You want me to believe that he wasn't talking like this to Libby earlier in the relationship? And I also want you guys to know that even despite all this, the ladies, they sent me different receipts, but understand, they were telling me, okay, I don't share this. They were still trying to protect him. He weaponizes when women are protecting him as a means of hurting them. Honestly, looking at all this even closer, it's disgusting. And this is the man that gets out here and says that he's so thoughtful, that he reflects, he understands how pregnancy can hurt, cause women pain. You understand all this, but this is how you treat women. I just want to give a quick shout out to my first Faye ambassador. Shout out to Nefertiti. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. If you guys want to sign up for memberships or sign up to be an ambassador as well to receive a shout out, the link will be in the description down below.